Hello. Underwater theme, and particularly mermaids, are still really popular for parties. And here at Amscan we've got a massive range of stuff that'll work perfectly well to go with that. Obviously we have a really nice range of foil balloons with seahorses and mermaid tails, and then we've Sempertex printed latex and crystal clears, and lots of possibilities there. And there's a new range of party products and decorations coming soon as well, not quite available at the time of filming, but definitely on the way soon, including string decorations and banners and table covers and cake stands. There's lots of stuff in there as well. So it's entirely possible to put together a really effective party setup with off-the-shelf products, but it is always nice, if you can, to create something a little bit more bespoke to go with the off-the-shelf things, because that just sets you apart from anyone else. So today I'm going to show you how to put together a little bit of extra decor that will fit in with that theme, and we're going to make a jellyfish. And to do that I'm going to be using the Sempertex 14-inch Reflex Hearts, a very underused product, because yes, you can inflate it as a heart, but there's so many more things you can do with it with a little bit of creativity. First thing with hearts when you're using them is to make sure that you give them a really good stretch. If you try and inflate them straight out of the bag, then you are going to have problems. They may burst, because the heart shape of the latex here creates a weak point, and without a little bit of pre-stretching, it can give way. So give them a good stretch to start with. Now normally you'll inflate these fully to 14 inches to get the heart shape, but we want them to be underinflated to create this jellyfish. So you can either do that using a sizer, or counting the pumps in a hand pump, or whatever method you choose. If you've got a digital machine of whatever brand, then if you set it to inflate the balloon fully, and then cut that in half, so you're basically putting half the volume in. So for demonstration's sake, I've got this set to inflate the balloon fully, which I'll now do. And that's what a fully inflated 14-inch heart looks like, but we want it smaller than that. If you inflate it fully and let it down, then it's too fat. So we want to inflate it to half the size. So if I just turn that down to half the volume, and we'll do another one just to demonstrate there. So a good stretch in all directions, just to soften it up and give you the pliability that you need, and then you should have no problems with them. So we're inflating this then halfway. Okay, and you're going to need 4 of those. You'll also need some scraps of 260, because we're going to tie these together. So grab the tip of the lobe there and just tie it round nice and tight with one of your 260 scraps, like so. Then grab the tip of the second one, and with the same 260 scrap just wrap it around and tie it off, and that will join the two hearts together at that point. And I'm going to cut off the excess 260 so that it doesn't get in the way of the design later. Grab the next one, tie it around, nice and tight, tie it off, and then add it to the third balloon. And then remove the excess. Grab that tip there. And then this one. If you're really strong in the fingers, you might want to try just tying the two lobes of the hearts together, the little bits you're grabbing, but I have tried that, and yeah, it's possible, but quite honestly, it's a bit too much effort to make it viable for me, so a little bit of 260 is definitely easier. And then finally, the last lobe here, and then we will tie the two ends together. Oops. So we grab that one and just tie them together into a ring. Now, as with a lot of things, when you're working on something, building something, quite often you will see something that perhaps could be turned into something else. So I've definitely got some experimenting to do, because in making this, you see a shape there that could quite easily become something else. There's all sorts of things. So just try them out, play around. But to stick with the jellyfish, take the opposite two here and just tie them. And then take these two and tie these. Just ease them in a little. There we go. Perhaps one at a time. And then this one, just ease it in there. And then we create the jellyfish shape by tying them together at the top there, getting that effect. On the top, to cover where they all join, I've just got a small cluster of 5-inch Reflex silver, and I'm just going to wrap that there. And then to create some detail, I'm going to add in the 260s, but before I do that, we're going to add some little detail to these joints here. So 5-inch Reflex blue, going to inflate it fully, give it a squish to soften it, and then let it down. I did actually pre-measure these, but I'll just line it up there. That's 3 inches. Tie it off, and so that you've not got lots of extra bits hanging around, you can take off the neck. We're then going to split this in half, so just squeeze the knot in and twist the balloon to make 2 smaller bubbles, and that will wrap into that point there. And we'll just go all the way around with one of those for each joint. Like so. So it's starting to take shape. We just need to add a little more detail. So here we have 260 Reflex green, and I can take the knot and just wrap it into one of these split duplets. Take it up, find the middle, and just wrap that into that cluster. and then back down the other side, twist it off and wrap it through there. And remove the excess. And I'm just going to then wind it around 2 or 3 times to make sure it's properly secured and won't go down. Then repeat that with the other side. So twist the knot into the duplet, take it up and over, wrap it into the cluster on the top, and then secure it at the end here. Okay. Now, at this point, when you look at it, I could start to see all sorts of other possibilities. It could be a flower that we could add into a bigger garland. It could be the skirt for a little figure. Lots and lots and lots of possibilities again. But we're making a jellyfish, so now we need the tentacles. Here I've got 4 260 Reflex Blue, and I've inflated them a little bit. It doesn't matter, you don't need to measure, they can just be random lengths but all approximately the same. Tie them into duplets, twist them into a cluster of 4, and then get your hand inside, grab hold of one of the necks of the heart balloon and pull it, and then just wrap the neck roll through the middle of that cluster. Gives you a nice amount of tension then, which will pull the tentacles into the centre of the balloon, and there you have it. One jellyfish made out of Reflex Hearts and modelling balloons and 5-inch rounds. This can be mounted onto a base, it can be suspended on monofilament from the ceiling, lots of things you could do with it, and it fits in really well with the mermaid or under the sea theme. Do visit the Amscan Decorator Hub, because on there are lots of other instructional videos, instruction sheets, recipes and all sorts of things, and one of them is for a fairly grand scale mermaid theme, a mermaid hoop using all sorts of double stuffing techniques. Really interesting. So just go to amscan.co.uk, and on the front page there's a big button called Decorator Hub. Click that and work your way through to the how-to videos. There'll also be a link in the description for this video. But have fun.